What is up, hackers? Welcome back to another episode of Hack Crypto. We hack all of our Web3 education. If you guys are brand new here and you like Web3, you're getting in on the bull market, slap a like on this video, be subscribed with notifications on. And in this video, I'm going to be going over my predictions for Web3 gaming and my favorite projects outside of Sandstorm, of course, the company I'm a CEO of. But these are the hottest ones entering the Web3 gaming space, and they are going to go wild in 2024. Now, if you're brand new to the channel, I never give financial advice. Do not buy these tokens, and they could potentially go to zero. So definitely don't take my advice or anybody on the internet's advice when it comes to financial things. So in this episode, I want to dig into my favorites, starting with Immutable X. I'm going to talk about a couple L1s, layer one protocols that are the underlying layer that a lot of games are being built on top of for a lot of different functionalities. But Immutable has been around for quite some time. I've had the chance to meet the founder of Immutable multiple times, did a couple AMAs with him a couple years ago, and they are legit. They're really a powerhouse of innovation, and they've done a lot of cool things to really help game developers get involved with high speeds. They partnered with Polygon to do a ZK EVM, incredible. So L2's partnering with them, moving extremely quickly. I remember there was a project called Collect that was, I think, the first ever marketplace to hit Immutable X, if I recall. And I was one of the first 100 users to use it. It was a lot of fun. It was like an art marketplace. Shout out to Collect if that's still around. It may or may not be, but it was so much fun seeing how fast Immutable X really is. IMX is the token, and they are going to crush it in 2024, not only with more partnerships in addition to the Polygon one and all of the NFT partnerships that they've announced, but they are going to continuously deploy very cool aspects to their blockchain. There are a couple L1s that I want to give an honorable mention to. Ronin. So Jiho's over at Axie Infinity, they built out Ronin. That whole community is extremely vibrant. So many people have been starting to build on top of Ronin just because it's such a vibrant community. It is a classic L1 that it's very high speed, a lot of throughput, and it's built for gaming. So a lot of YouTubers are talking about Ronin, and it's just a powerful network. So definitely check that one out. The next one is Gala. Gala is effectively the Steam, which is a marketplace for Web3. And all the games that are listing on there, they are the publisher of. So they're creating these different titles, listing them on their own platform, like an app store that you can go on to, mess around with, play around with, and it's all governed by their Gala token. They did a huge Vegas event that I know a lot of my friends had gone to it, talked about it for many months afterwards. It was an insane event. And there was some drama that unfolded with them. I believe their founders were going after each other or something like that, some crazy thing. But ultimately, it is a solid project. They had a lot of controversy over the years, and their nodes help govern the entire system. I remember getting involved in their nodes very early on, and it is a very awesome ecosystem there. Very, very vibrant as well, along with Ronin. I'm mentioning a lot of these because of their ecosystems. Next one is Wax. I've been a fan of Wax ever since Ken Bozak was always just bullish on it, and CryptoStash was always bullish on it. And I got a chance to go and see the founder talk at NFT NYC 3 or 4 years ago, and it was a ton of fun talking to all the Wax fans, like Joel and Travis over at Bad Crypto Podcast, releasing their blockchain heroes once upon a time. I partnered with them on that, and Wax is just fun. It's just a cool, very cool collector kind of focused blockchain. Tops was one of their really benchmark customers or partners, and you could just trade cards on it like crazy. Garbage Pail Kids was on there. There was just so much fun aspects to Wax, and it's still around. It's still mowing. Atomic Hub is still one of the top, if not the top exchange on there. I've met or talked to those founders multiple times, and they've done a great job with Wax, still with the branding being playful, kind of happy feeling when you're playing around with it. High speed, just like Immutable X and Ronin. Very, very good throughput, so good for gaming, and they're focused a lot on the trading card kind of space. I remember Splinterlands was one of the first ones also that blew up on there. Next up, we have Engine. Engine has been around for a very long time. I believe before 2017 they were around. And effectively what it is another infrastructure where people can build out games. A lot of cool functionality built specifically for developers to build on Engine. And that is Eng, is the name of that token. They are legendary. I've covered them a dozen times on the channel just because I'm bullish on them. Their team is awesome. They've been building for a very long time, very quietly, and I always try to give them an honorable mention as well. So to recap, the L1s, honorable mentions that I have here are IMX, the Ronin, Engine, Wax, and Gala. Those are my 5 sort of go-tos. I do not hold any of those right now. Okay, just as a quick disclaimer there, not sort of pumping these at all. I'm just shouting them out because I love what they're doing. And they have just done a great job of building in the background. So those 5 are key L1s to watch in 2024 for everything gaming. Next up, everything that I'm going to talk about on the smaller project side here is around game developers. Now, as the CEO of Sandstorm, we are building gaming infrastructure to help make more money for these game developers. And that is both in Web2, Web3, helping merge the two, helping them deploy as much as they can out into both of these ecosystems, Render network. This is the next project that I want to talk about. GPU power is the next generation's gold, effectively. And Sandstorm, we aren't working with Render yet, but I want to mention them next because we have thousands and thousands of builders, 3D artists, developers, everything on our platform. And GPU rendering power is always brought up, especially with really incredibly hyper-realistic games. GPU power is required, and Render is effectively a decentralized GPU power network. So people can go on there if they want to have more rendering power, and developers can utilize the network. So very powerful tool. Love anything that's also helping game developers, just like Sandstorm is. And the next one is Merit Circle. They've rebranded, I believe, recently. I hope that's public knowledge. I think it is, to Beam, and it is like an L2 for gaming, helping with scalability and everything like that. Merit Circle, I believe, was a DAO to start, and they rebranded and kind of refocused. A lot of people do that during the bear market. That is natural. That is what happens. And they're going for gaming now. So the last one that I want to talk about is I need to address mobile gaming. Like you can't talk about gaming without doing mobile. So the last one is Game. It's literally, the token is GMEE. I've seen this one all over social media. That's because they have 40 million users worldwide. This is all mobile based. And when you bring 40 million users into Crypto/Web3, you are a friend of mine and you are welcome at any time on the channel. So I love what they're doing. It's a play to earn concept where people can, have the ownership of NFTs. They can have the ownership of Web3 and on their mobile device. So those 3 ingredients alone are incredible. And they've played over 8 billion different pieces of gaming interactions on their platform. So incredible innovations going on in gaming. 2024 is going to be the breakout year for Web3 gaming. Mark my words. All the projects will be linked below, and you guys should definitely check them out. This isn't financial advice. None of this is sponsored. I just always want to give shout out and credit where credit's due, and these guys are building. So that is it for this video. Definitely check them out. Let me know what you guys think about Web3 gaming in the comments below, and I will see you here on the next episode of Hack Crypto.